rather impromptu live stream for Elite Dangerous. Let's just turn that down a little bit. A bit louder than I'd like it to be. So you're probably here because you've seen the title, Infinitely Spawning Subsurface Asteroid Deposits. God, that's a mouthful. And, you know, are they real? Yes. How do you find them? I'll show you. Now, I had actually made a fancy, well, I'd filmed the footage, tested it, made a fancy video that I was going to edit, but then I decided to do a live stream because, well, I'm bored and I haven't really got anything else to do. So we'll do it this way. A bit more fun. I can shove my face on camera. You can see my lockdown haircut, which is basically me cutting my hair with a pair of dog clippers. And this is my living room, not the usual office and recording studio, and it's just a little bit of fun. So, in solo, because I'm a coward and I don't like to get blown up by gankers. Now we're going to be in the well-published low temperature diamond triple hotspot in a moment, but we're going to start out on my fleet carrier. The Hadley's Hope, which if you're a fan of aliens, you'll know exactly what it is, and if you're not, you won't have a clue. I'm in my Python, which is set up for subsurface deposits, so not like this is necessary. If you're here watching this video, you know what you're doing, but let's just have a peek anyway. Outfitting. So it's got some seismic charges in case we find a core asteroid, because that's and some abrasion scanners to finish it off. But we've got our subsurface displacement missiles, utility mounts, got point defense to stop hatch breakers, which is pointless because I can't actually fight the pirates anyway because I haven't got any weapons, so I just run away like a big coward. So kind of pointless having that on there, but hey, who cares? Core is exactly what you'd expect, the usual standard stuff. This was actually my passenger ship that used to run passengers from Rubigo. Optional internal, a whole crapload of cargo, prospector, refinery, all the usual good stuff you'd expect, nothing special. So let's get up to the surface. So I haven't actually made too many of these videos for the last couple of years. I got bored of Elite around the time they launched Beyond. I burnt myself out at the Guardian sites, which is my own fault. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. So I've been off playing other games for a little while. So as you can see, I'm in this system here, stone's throw away from the triple hotspot, which we will set course to now. Well,
Clamps released, and you're away.
Look how pretty she is.
Landing gear retracted.
So I can't take full credit for finding this method. Somebody told me about it today. And I'm not going to publish what they use because that's their method and I don't want to ruin it for everyone else. What I'm showing is a modified version of what they told me, but the end result is still the same. Once you find a asteroid with a subsurface deposit, you can basically mine it forever. You don't have to spend time messing about going to find other ones. It's pretty good. It's especially good if you can find one that is stable, because I suck at hitting subsurface deposits on fast spinning asteroids. Can't do it. Been blown up more times than I care to admit. I'm old, I'm 40, my reactions are about as slow as evolution. So I've got the disadvantage there. So if we can find a nice stable one, we'll be laughing. there are two methods that I'm currently aware of. What we're going to be doing is finding an stable asteroid with subsurface deposits, mining it, boosting exactly or roughly 25 kilometers or more away, turning around, going back, and the rock will have basically respawned its resources. Now there is another method you can use. You can basically log out and in again, and the game will spawn you just out of mass lock of the rings, and you basically point your ship down and hey presto, there you have it, your subsurface deposit. Now the only problem with that is, if like me you are using an unarmed Python, 99% of your logins will spawn pirates, and you have to jump away or run or hide because they will kill you. So using the login method is probably quicker in terms of physical time, but infinitely more difficult because of the pirates, making it effectively useless. So here we are at the usual spot. Everyone has their own method of picking where they're going to drop in. Now for the purposes of what we're doing, it's not really essential that we get the exact best spot, because all we need to find is one rock. We're not looking for an infinite number of rocks. We do need to find the right rock first. But what I typically look at is this one here blends into this one here blends into this one here, and given the changes that FDEF made, which is basically only the brightest yellow areas have the best respawning areas, I go for this band here between them. There's kind of that one there, and like a little highway down the middle. So I go for that line there. Like I say, everyone's got their own methods, their own theories. None's right, none's wrong. Try and hit the bright yellow and you're laughing.
Hull integrity compromised.
Apologies if my camera is a bit flickery. It seems not to like the spotlights in my living room. Nothing I can do about that, sorry. So now we need our pulse wave scanner. So the perfect scenario is to find a non-spinning rock with at least one, but ideally two, subsurface deposits of low temperature diamonds. Now it might take us a little bit of time to find one, it might not, but once we do, we're laughing. So thankfully we've got no cargo other than limpets. Shit, did I take limpets? Did I take limpets? Did I take limpets? Yes. That would have been an error. Right. Here we have it. I'm not holding out much hope for this one, but I mean, it's not spinning too fast, and even someone as moronic as me could anytime you like.
Prospector limpet engaged.
No, nothing.
Asteroid scan complete.
So go back up. One of these rocks is brighter than the other. Fairly stationary, so that if this does have subsurface deposits, I've got half a chance of hitting them. Slow down to less than 200. I'm just going to call it miles an hour because I know it's not miles an hour, but that's what I call it.
Prospector limpet engaged.
So yeah, no.
Asteroid scan complete.
Anyway. beauty, what might you have? And if not, something over there as well. Come on, slow down, you big tall lad. Squid, I'm coming down.
Programming limpet drone.
I mean, this one's got quite an orbit on it, so I'm hoping, kind of secretly hoping, it's not actually got any
Prospector
deposits on
limpet
it.
engaged.
Nice.
Programming limpet drone.
Action.
Asteroid scan complete.
So I've got a few prospects over here. One, in fact, that looks like it's a core down there, but we're not actually core on it at the moment, so crazy to pass one off. But so this rock is not spinning incredibly fast, so it would be a good candidate. Come on, slow, stop! Stupid thing.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh no, what a shame there are no deposits on it, I don't have to mine it.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
But again.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Nope.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Cheers.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Shit, now that does have 3 low temperature diamond hotspots on it, but look at the rotation on that. Okay, let's embarrass myself. I have to sit up and move forwards. I'd really love it if this was still.
Cargo scope deployed.
That was a shock. Do you know what? Even though that's got 3 subsurface deposits on it and it seems like it's absolutely mental, it's not really what I'm looking to showcase. I want one that's still, so I'm gonna ashamedly sack that one off and go and find a better one.
Cargo scope retracted.
That's stable.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone.
See, why couldn't it have been on this one? Come on, I have to pass this out.
Prospector limpet engaged.
God.
Asteroid scan complete.
Now, some of you might be thinking, well, I could have mined 10 lasers by now. So what's the big deal? The point is, once you find a one, you're in. But finding that first one that meets all the criteria is can be a bit time consuming, but I think that once you've got that,
Programming
things
limpet
get
drone.
infinitely better, infinitely quicker.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Right, that one is probably a core.
Programming limpet drone.
Come on, slow down. Just wiped out my own.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
But, perfect. So, what we have here is a slow-moving rock with, okay, only one subsurface deposit, but it's going to be fairly easy to mine, he says. Remember, old, feeble. Oh no, that's a flipping... surface deposit. Oh, sorry, my bad. Problem was between the controller and the seat.
Programming limpet drone.
See, this one is spinning faster than I'd like, even if...
Cargo scoop deployed. Cargo scoop retracted. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
I mean, it's got a core, but that's not what I'm doing, so
Asteroid scan
I'm
complete.
going to have to leave it.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Right, so I've got a few prospects up here. Wait for them bi-wave shields to recharge for my idiocy for crashing into an asteroid. Right, so what have we got here? Fairly stable. Not too much of a rotation.
Programming limpet
Come
drone.
on. Down.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Damn it.
Asteroid scan complete.
shields back so I can slide into that. This one's got quite a tumble on it, so I'm not even going to look.
Engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
Surface deposit.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
The same surface deposit we found before. I've been around in a circle.
Programming limpet drone. Limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
This is not as much fun as I'd hoped. Let's try these ones. Tumbling far too quick, so I wouldn't even choose you anyway.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
Surface deposits again.
Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Being eaten by the asteroid.
Program limpet drone.
I was hoping to have found one video. But that's the way it goes. That's why I did it live rather than a pre-recorded footage, because that way you can see the struggles of finding one, but the benefits it reaps when you finally do.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
What are you down here? Let's see.
Programming limpet drone.
Well, not ideal either, mind.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Oh well.
Asteroid scan complete.
Let's get up. Find up here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's almost like they knew I was coming, making this bloody live stream.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Right.
Asteroid scan complete.
Surface bloody deposit. I don't want a bloody surface deposit. Damn it.
Limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
Hey! 2 subsurface deposits, and the rock is moving slow enough for an old man like me to try and do something with.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Pips right. So first subsurface is here. Apologies, I can't currently see the messages because I haven't got them on screen, but
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
well, the objective of this video is not to see how good I am at the minigame, which is really bad. The objective is to show you how now I've taken the time to find this rock, how I can get it to spawn over and over and over. So that one's now depleted.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
I was never going to get that one. Bollocks. Oh. Okay, well, fair play. So, the point is, as long as it took me to find that, we have now found ourselves a fantastic rock. It's got 2 spots, 2 spawns on it, and it's still. So what we want to do is we want to get 25k away from it, because at that point in time the game code will tell it to respawn its stuff. Now, The trick here is not losing this rock in the sea of asteroids. Now you could, in theory, just boost 25k laterally, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can do that, but I find that ending up in the same place is difficult enough as it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to position myself with my back to the galactic plane and just start reversing. Not forwards, reversing. So we're going to find our prospector, the one on this rock, and as you can see, I'm going to start to get further away. We need to get 25k. Now I'm hoping to God there's nothing behind me. I think I positioned myself against the galactic plane. So the thing is in the bottom, so the marker pip is in the bottom right hand corner. Now in theory that was 7k, so in theory I could just keep going backwards. It wouldn't take that long to get to 25k, or if you're so inclined you could flip the ship around and boost 25k away much quicker and get back. But the problem with that is that you lose sight of the asteroid, and on more than one occasion while testing this I've come back into the field and completely lost the asteroid, and it's taken me 5 or 6 minutes to find it again. So bearing in mind it takes not that long to get 7k, all we need to do is get 25k, so that's 7, 14, 21, 25, so about a minute this way. So we'll see. So it's what currently got 21:10, well 21:11, so I'm going to go until 21:12. Go back to that rock, and in theory, and so long as it doesn't try to upstage me because I'm filming, we will see all of the deposits on that rock respawned. Now as I said at the beginning of the video, you could in theory just relog and the rock will be there with all of its minerals back in place, but you'll get pirates. And if you're in a ship like me in this Python, which has got very weak bi-weave shields to save me from rocks, and you have got no weapons, those pirates will kill you. It's kind of useless. If you had a heavily armed cutter, that would be one thing, but we don't. We're in a Python, so there you go. Right, so we're almost approaching our time of 1 minute, so 7, 14, 21. I'm actually just going to leave it a little bit longer because I don't think we're 25k away just yet. Of course, there's no way to measure 25k because there's nothing I can lock onto. There you go. So the rocks have disappeared. So in theory, we should be able to go right back. And land right back on that rock. So we'll get our pulse wave scanner. And we'll know immediately because the rock will have turned back yellow. Not too far away to get a ping off it yet. Come on, don't make me look bad. I've tested this twice today and both times it worked absolutely fine. Do not make me look like a twat on the live stream. Of course it's yellow, of course it's blue. Not sure we got far enough away, but I'm going to go right back up to it just in case. I mean, it's still got our prospect now, there's no prospector on it, so the prospector despawned. Oh, there you go. It's gone back yellow. Now I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that there are 2 brand new subsurface deposits on this rock. Time will
Programming the limpet drone.
Smash out our limpet. Come on.
Prospector limpet engaged.
There you go. 2 brand new subsurface deposits to mine from.
Asteroid scan complete. Cargo scoop deployed.
Displacement missile there. I was distracted by the fact that my ship was moving forward still, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Programming limpet drone.
Bollocks. Like I said, the point of this video is not to demonstrate my sucky skills at subsurface. I'm not going to get any of those. That was pure fluke. I didn't mean to let go of it then. Come on, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. Oh, crap. Tell you one thing, it's letting me have plenty of goes on this distance. Now there you go. Must have heard me speaking. Second one. Where are you? Position my feeble hands. Stop moving, so I can't use that excuse.
Programming limpet drone.
That was never going to happen. Flight controls to move over to the left a bit. Yep, there you go. So, gone again. So, same scenario again. Going to position our face to this asteroid. Close that.
Limpet drone error.
Put those
Deploy
pipes
cargo
there.
hatch. Cargo scoop retracted. Cargo
Make
scoop
sure
deployed.
our back is to the galactic plane, which it is, so we're not going to run into any asteroids. Going to target our prospector. And we're going to hit full reverse. And that prospector should disappear at about 7 kilometers. Like I say, if I was boosting away from this asteroid with my back to it, I could do this a lot faster. But I suck and I'll lose it and I'll have to spend ages finding it again, which is about the amount of time it takes me to reverse away from it anyway. So, oh, cargo scoop, that's slow as shit. There you go. So, as I say, watch the distance at about 7 kilometers, that's going to disappear. And there you go, 6.5. Just going to keep going backwards. So it's 18. 21, 18, 35, so we're going to hit some forward thrust at about 21, 20. I wonder how many diamonds I've got. Anything to check. 40. And I've been mostly an absolute useless moron on that minigame. The as I said at the beginning of the video, if you just started watching, the actual distance you need is 25 kilometers. At which point the rock will respawn its goodies. But we're not even close to that at the moment. Whilst we can see it, I don't think it's going to cycle. Which is why I said at least 2018, 21, 18, 30. So we need a little while yet. So the rocks are starting to disappear now as they de-render from the game session.
Collector limpet expired.
There you go. So we're now 18. So 21, 20, 30. I'm going to start heading back. I'm hoping our special rock disappears from render, and it's going to be blue as we approach. Perfect, that's more than enough. So now we can start heading forward again. Technically I can boost this, can't I? Just go to exactly the same place. Let's get our pulse wave scanner up. So it's blue, but it did that to us last time. It was scanning blue all the way up till when we got really close, at which point in time it flipped back over to yellow and we were able to mine it again. So I'm not concerned that it's not blue, that it's still blue now. I'm confidently-ish hoping it gets back yellow very soon. There you go, perfect. We're yellow again. And I am 99% certain that our subsurface deposits will have respawned. So I'm going to hit the brakes, put the cargo scoop on, sort out our pips. Don't need too many pips and weapons. We do need them in shields because I am the donkey. Smash out this limpet drone. Watch this here, such a shock to find 2 subsurface low temperature diamond surface deposits. Displacement missile, brakes, smash out some limpets, on the off chance I actually hit any. God, I was lucky, I did not mean to let go of it there. Come on, I'm gonna get the... How could I have missed that? Come on. Get in. Nah, not even close. Did I mention I was old? When I was 18, I'd have missed none of these. Just unfortunate for me, 18 was 22 years ago. Nice and close. Damn it. Damn it. God, I suck. And it's gone again. Okay, so I suck. This is a fact. Right, so where's this galactic plane gone? Because we want to be heading out into the void, not reversing into rocks. So there you are. So prospector input check. Very important. Okay, stop what you're doing, guy. Just twatting about now. Right, let's try that game again. Right, if I don't kill myself by being an absolute moron. Once again, with our back to the galactic plane, we are gonna point at our beautiful rock here, smash it in reverse,
Cargo scoop retracted.
like so, reverse, full throttle, full pips into engines. I mean, for those of you who've been watching from the beginning, it's no shock what's going on now. I think we know that this is going to work. But I'm going to do it 3 times in total. Right, so it's 6 kilometers at 21, 26, 13. So at 21, 28, 15, we'll head back. I'm just going to check the text. Oh shit, I'm sat on a cat. I'm sat on a cat. Did not mean to do that. That's what happens when you steal my seat cat. Check the messages on YouTube because I haven't had the opportunity to read them. Wow, it's weird looking at myself on YouTube, reading the messages. Right, for those of us that have just joined us, because I've seen the count go up, we have pretty much proved that we can get an asteroid to respawn its resources on an infinite basis. We have gone out, spent about 10-15 minutes looking for an asteroid that has got no rotation and low temperature diamond subsurface deposits. We mine it, we head 25 kilometers away from it once we've mined all the resources off it, which I personally choose to do by reversing away from it for 2 minutes. You can boost away if you're feeling confident, but you do risk losing the rock in amongst the sea of other rocks. Go back, mine it again. So since actually finding the rock, I think it's been about 10-15 minutes and we've pulled in 48 diamonds. Now you can decide, of course, if you think that's a good return on investment. That's entirely up to you. I can't tell you that, but I can tell you it works. Okay, so our rock has disappeared, so we can smash it back into forwards. Give ourselves a few boosts. Our rock's just respawned. Now if you're playing on PS4, you might wonder, how do you get that dot in the centre of your screen? I don't have that dot. So as we approach, I'm going to show you how. So you go Start, Options, Controls, scroll down to Miscellaneous, and you will see Show Screen Center Dot on or off. Of course mine is on. which is how I've got a central dot, and it's absolutely fantastic for field scooping because as long as you've got your dot on the left hand side of the line, you will never crash into the sun, and you can get really, really close and scoop up a lot of fuel more efficiently than you would otherwise. It's great for PvP and PvE because you've got a central point of reference at all times. It's enabled on PC automatically, but not obviously on a PlayStation. Don't know why, don't really care. Here is our rock coming into distance. Now it will scan blue at this range, so you might think, oh my god, it doesn't work, he's telling lies. But the reality is, as you get closer, it will go yellow. Boom, there you go. Respawned all of its resources. Get one more go at sucking at the mini game. So cargo scoop out, hips adjusted into shields, so when I hand fist it into the rock I don't immediately die. Smash out a limpet. Target it. There you go. 2 brand new subsurface deposits to mine out of.
Asteroid scan complete.
Let's see how many times I can fail the minigame this time. Alternate flight controls, slide over to the side, chuck out my displacement missile, make sure I've got some weapons to catch. I'm aware I'm drifting, which is putting me off, so we'll just give ourselves a little bit of distance. Damn it! That was almost not by accident or anything else. No, so that one is a very weak one, but the next one is much better. Just give our limpets a chance to scoop them up.
Limpet drone.
No, do not fly into the rock. Do not fly into the rock. Moron. And round 2. I like the fact the first one's always nice and easy to get for old giffers like me. Get that one though. I wonder how long you can hold it and it'll go for. Well, we won't find out this go. But that just shut out a whole lot of diamonds. So since we found this rock, it's been about 20 minutes now, and we've got 57 and climbing diamonds. Now, of course, FDev recently nerfed these. They were roughly pulling in rocks of about 80% chunk, so 80% of 1 ton, so you would need 1.2 for every ton. Of course, that's been nerfed by 25%, so 25% of 80 is 20% would be 16, another 4, so probably looking at about 64% chunks now. But like I say, the beauty of this method is we can farm this rock forever, or until you fall asleep, whichever happens first. Because I'm 9,000 years old, falling asleep first will definitely happen. But it's a pretty good rock, I like it. you all aren't swearing at me in the comments, which is good. So I am going to make sure we are clear behind, which we are. And yes, unashamedly plug of my beautiful ship. That stands for exactly what you think it does. Smash it in reverse. And I'll lock onto the prospector just because it's a habit. I don't need to do that, but I want to. 21:34, so we will head back at 21:36:40, or when it disappears from view, which will be about 21:36:40. This will disappear any second now, 6.5 kilometers. I believe that's the range of my sensors. If you have A-rated sensors, which I do not, you may get further out of it. I also saw that little blip at the top of my radar. I'm hoping it was a mining ship with its thingy out. Am I looking forward to Odyssey? Yes, for new features. No, for space legs. I don't see any point in it. Back in the day, again, when I was younger, I spent a whole lot of time on Call of Duty, well, Modern Warfare 2, more than I would care to admit, in fact. But I've lost those twitch reflexes that make kiddies so good at it. So I don't like it, so I'm not that good at it anymore, at least. Although I am looking forward to atmospheric landings just because it's something different to do. I hope crossplay comes with No Man's Sky, picking up crossplay, albeit in the beta stages at the moment. It's not the main game, it's just the test accounts, working well. And with a plethora of other games coming out, Star Wars Squadrons, for example, being crossplay, that'd be interesting. Anyway, the point is that I don't think Frontier Games can afford to ignore crossplay and remain profitable. There you go. So our rock has disappeared now, so it's despawned from the active memory. So when we move forward, it will have spawned itself back in, and we all know what comes next. There's no point in me saying that. We'll just get on and do it. So yeah, hopefully crossplay will come. Exactly how that will work, I mean, obviously I'm in solo now, unashamedly, primarily because YouTube stream snipers love to ruin your day, and you wouldn't have seen half of this, you'll have just seen me at the rebuy screen. But will we be able to compete against the PC players with their $15,000 cockpits, voice activation, VR software, and me with a DualShock 4? I'll be honest, probably not. I'm not suggesting that nobody will be able to cope, but it will not be a good move for me. Would I look forward to it anyway? Yes, of course I would. It's only invisible credits, you don't pay for them with money, you can't pay for them with money, and they're easy enough to come by doing shit like we're doing now. So a few 100 million rebuys means absolutely nothing. Right, so slow down, sort our bits and bobs out, smash out this limpet. And hey presto, just like a genie, I wish for 2 brand new respawning low temperature diamond subsurface deposits. Oh, stupid twat. So, smash out a couple of limpets on the off chance I actually hit some of the minigame. Boom, in we go. Oh, I didn't even do that one on purpose. was going for the other ones. I don't even know why I let go. I completely missed that. I don't know how it gave me nah, not even close. There you go. There's my usual level of skill. Now, that's that one over with. Just give them limpets a few moments to scoop that up. Just going to have a quick read of the comments because I've not got them on screen. Crossplay isn't about PvP though. Yeah, agree. Crossplay isn't absolutely not just about PvP, but it is a big factor of it. But yeah, I agree. Some co-op missions with our PC and Xbox buddies would be awesome. I could hop on streams with the Amix, Exesius, and Down to Earth Astronomy. I chat with those guys all the time, and even though I have a PC, an exceptionally powerful PC capable of running this game 50 times over, I genuinely can't be asked to go through the grind again. There's no prospect I could do all of the engineers and all of the rank grinds. Again, I can't do it. As much as I would love to have and can probably afford like a really fancy HOTAS, probably a Warthog with fancy pedals and stuff, I don't want it. I ain't got enough life to go around to, bollocks, to do that all again. So I am going to stick on PS4 and hope for crossplay. There's almost no prospect of them. Oh, get in! I said that on purpose, so I look stupid when I got it. Come on, come on. No, not a chance. It's probably going to despawn now. Oh no. No, yeah, right in front of my face. Okay, so scoop up those diamonds. We'll have a diamond check. The beauty of using this method is, sure, it's a tiny bit cheap. It's using the game mechanics in the way that they were designed. I wouldn't say it's an exploit by any means. The rocks are designed to spawn when you get 25k away. I don't think that simply going back and forth is an exploit, and anyone who says otherwise, I don't really give a shit, bite me. But you can guarantee your output this way. So sure, you might get better results by flying around, scanning the rocks. It's entirely possible that could happen. No doubt about it, but this way you can guarantee it. So I can log on and say, right, I'm going to spend however much time on Elite Dangerous today, and I know for a fact that I can make this much credits for spending this much time. As opposed to I could hop on for an hour, get really bad RNG, and then not waste the time, because it's, you know, the games aren't supposed to be that easy, but this game kind of is that way, especially when you've got a carrier upkeep. Now my carrier only has refuel, rearm and repair, and factoring in a couple of jumps every now and again, it's about 11 million credits a week, which is one run from Rubigo to Sirius Atmospherics. I believe that's been added back in the repair patch. I didn't check the time, did I? 21:43, so we'll go back at 21:45:10. So yeah, the upkeep of my carrier is one 12-minute mission per week. If I was broke and I needed to do it in a week, which of course I'm not, I've got about 1,000 diamonds already nestled safely in my personal warehouse on my carrier. Are we full reverse? We are, but the engine's shit. Okay, so timing's off because I was busy talking, not concentrating. It's fine, I'll figure it. So carrier-wise, it's an upkeep. So I think I've got 100 million on there already. Bought a lot of packs for it. So I got the Odyssey pack because I like the round-shaped bridge. I put the different voice on it because I'm English and I wanted the English guy, and some purple landing lights because I like them and I wanted them. Although I'm not going to do this forever, I just want to put about $1 billion on the carrier in terms of money, so I can, if I choose to have a month, 2-3 month gap, the upkeep will be sorted. I don't need to worry about that being decommissioned. And then, like I said, just wait for Odyssey to launch and see what that brings us. I would like my carrier to be a bit more personalised for me. Now, I put a forum thread on this as well, which attracted about one post, but the point is, when I go to if I was to buy, let's say in real life, a super yacht, let's say it costs £200 million or dollars, wherever you are in the world, and there you go, so the rock has now despawned, so we can smash our forward thrust, go back, and rinse and repeat, you know what's coming. Anyway, so if I was to buy a super yacht in real life for £200 million and then pay the crew £1 million a week, when I come on board, I would not want to be treated like an ordinary everyday passenger. It's my bloody yacht, I paid for it and I pay your wages. Be nice to me, say something different to me. So when I fly up to the carrier, it says, "Welcome, Commander. A range of facilities are available at our carrier." No, my carrier. 5 billion credits, and I pay you wankers 11 million credits a week. You can address me as Sir. Welcome back to your carrier. Stop scanning me. It's my pissing carrier. If I want to put slaves on there, I can put slaves on there. It's up to me what I do with them. Not you. Piss off. Go scan your own thing. There you go, random rant. There you go, so if you're just tuning in now, there you go, rock has respawned. It will ping yellow and, blue until you get much closer. But if you've been watching from since the beginning, you know what's coming next. Did I do a diving check after that particular run? 9-4, that's not bad. So, slot weapons out, cargo scoop, picked.
There
you go.
Prospector limpet engaged.
And I will take your double hotspot, thank you.
Asteroid scan complete.
Alright, displacement missile. Make sure we're at full zero. Make sure we've got some collector limpets out. There we go. Where are you going? Ah, damn it, too soon. Premature ejaculation. Come on. I can't get that bloody thing on. Are you on drugs? Still can't get that thing one. Right, so I'll leave them diamonds get scooped up. Quite a few of them this time. Because I didn't absolutely suck at the minigame, I got really lucky. Stupid space turd and being an annoying little co-pilot. Right, next hotspot. This one moves slightly. I don't know why the other one doesn't move and this one does. It's weird. I was lucky there. Very lucky. Oh, come on. It was in. Oh, that was just me being shit. There's no excuse for that one. And yeah, that was despawned because it's a much lower tolerance for being a moron. Right, I am going to do it one more time because why not? 117, that's not bad. Look what a difference not sucking the minigame on the decent spawn can make. So that usual scenario here, we are going to shuffle up to this rock here. We've got the galactic plane on our left, so we'll just no, that's not what I meant. Because I'm now on alternate flight controls still. So we're gonna cargo scoop up. Engines on in reverse, you twat. Been a dickhead. Target that prospector. Put that in the middle. Smash it in full reverse. 2151, pretty much on the nose. So we go back at 2153. Of course, if you choose to copy this method, depending on the speed of your ship, is depending on how soon you should go back, but a general rule of thumb for 25k is when the rock de-reses from the active gameplay is about the time it respawns, so that's how you know. Once again, I must say thank you to, I can't remember his name, and I shouldn't really say it because he uses a different method of this. I'm not going to publicise that because I don't want to ruin it for them. If FDev knocks this on the head because of my videos, then it's on me, it's not on him. I wouldn't like other people to get grief for something that I did. But anyway, thank you, Commander. You know who you are if you're watching this, and you've done us all a favour if anyone benefits from this. I'm doing it one more time, then I'm going to call it quits. What time are we on? 10 to 11. Yeah, because that's 1 hour behind GMT. Well, BST at least. I think McDonald's closes at 11, doesn't it? And there's no prospect I can make it there in 8 minutes. Bollocks. Bollocks and bollocks again. I wanted a McDonald's tonight. Oh well, shit happens. Right, at roughly 21:53 or thereafter, I am going to guess our favourite rock in the whole wide asteroid belt is going to de-res from the game, which means it's respawned. Perfect, there you go, almost on cue. So now we smash forward thrust, hit the boost. Look, this Python was actually rigged for passenger runs from Rubico to Sirius Atmospherics and back. And before I was fully allied with them, so I don't get scanned anymore, I had to go in silent running. So if you look, even at full boost, the ship only runs 30-ish% heat, which means that I could sneak through the letterbox almost undetected because my heat was so low, which for a Python is not bad. So we scan, it says blue, but we know that's a big fat lie. Oh god, I need a wee so bad. I might have to go. There you go, it's just pinged back yellow, now it's got its resources back. Now, as for the rocks themselves, I'm not sure if they ever respawn in the same place. They might, for all I know. I genuinely don't know. And what I mean by that is, can I come back to this exact rock again if I could somehow locate it. Don't know the answer to that question. I'd love to think I could, because it's a bloody good rock. It's got two very easy to hit spots on it. Who knows? Yeah, thanks for that. That's another game that I play, Star Trek Fleet Command. It's not to everybody's taste. It's a mobile game, but I like it. It's useful for when I'm on the road. Because of course I can't take any dangerous with me.
Asteroid scan complete.
Right, so cargo scoop down, engines at 0. Get some limpets out. Get them rocks. Get them rocks, get them missiles out. I can hit that. Ow! Mother! Fucker! It's because I need a wee really badly. Don't chiff the cat. There you go, so that one's gone. I think that was a good one too, not the crap one. We didn't get so many out of that one, and I only missed one. Go on. Okay, let's do the business. Nah, not even close. Nah. Cheated. Referee. Bollocks. Come on, let me at least get to. It's embarrassing. Nah, it's gonna despawn now. There you go, it's gone. Okay, so there you go. So we went from having no diamonds, took us about 15 minutes to find the rock. Once we did find the rock, we've been doing this for about half an hour and we've come away with 138 diamonds. So if you think 138 tons in about half an hour from a guaranteed source is a good return on investment, awesome, do it. If you think it sucks, you think you've got a better method, also awesome. It's just a game. It's not real world money, it's not real life. What I will do though is I will show you the login out method. So for the login out method, you don't need to go 25k back and forth. You just literally relog. But of course, the peril of relogging is that we have no weapons. So if and when the pirates come, we have no choice but to go home. So we respawn here outside of the mass lock of the asteroid field. But when I press the right button, where are you? There you are. special little rock is directly below us. So like I say, relogging is faster than going 25k away, but you always run the risk of the pirates spawning into your session, which, if I'm not mistaken, that's what they are currently doing. In not very long at all, we're going to go, ooh, what have you got in your cargo? I'm too lazy to do my own work because I'm a scummy pirate. Give me what you've got instead. There you go. Contacts to low temperature diamonds, but I mean, my ugly face is in the way, so.
Scan detected.
There you go. What have you got in your cargo hold? You've got some. See you later, alligator. So now we are going to have to press the wrong button. There you go. And we're going all the way to the Hadley's Hope. Which, much to my... Oh, motherfucker. I mean, he's not even got his weapons deployed. There's no prospect he can catch me. Far too fast for such a crappy vulture.
Frameshift drive charging.
Gonna wait till the last second to dip our nose to our destination point because we don't want to mass lock ourselves by accident. Not like he can catch me.
3, 2, 1.
Anyway, so I parked in the system because obviously it's full there. I never expected to get parked in that particular system. But what I didn't realise when I parked there was just how far this pissing ship was away from the star. Look at that! 161,000 light seconds, or put another way, about 8 minutes of travel. Now, I'm not going to subject you to 8 minutes of travel. If you want to see what the carrier looks like, you can see at the beginning of the screen. Beginning of the stream, and I am very close to wetting myself, so I'm going to go because that would be embarrassing to do on an Elite Dangerous live stream. But thank you very much for joining. Hope you learned something from it. Share this video about if you think your squad mates, wing mates, friends might benefit from it. But until next time, I will catch you all later. Have a good evening.